Okay, y'all, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to test out and see if this Lumix S9 is good for vlogging. Is it perfect for vlogging? Yes, I know this is a full frame camera. This is slightly bigger than what I'm used to, which is the Sony ZV-1 Mark II. I have both of them actually, the Sony ZV-1 and the Mark II. But in this video, we're going to shoot with the Lumix S9. But today, I'm about to head out, drop my little one off for school, drop him off for preschool so he can have a good time. Yeah, he having a good time eating his Cheerios this morning. So yeah, we're about to take him to preschool. And then after that, we're about to go ahead and just tackle some mountains a little bit and just enjoy the exposure of how good this camera is. Everything is set up in intelligent auto, just in case for people that's out there when they get this camera, they're gonna leave an intelligent auto just to see how it looks. Other than that, everything is as is out the camera. So come on with me for a ride. Okay, come on here, Noah. Just get your shoes up and going. Come on. You're gonna hold on this. I must say, overall, this is it's pretty good. It's pretty convenient. I'm used to like my old setup when I had the Sony ZV-1, where I used to open and close it a lot. And on this setup, maybe I got used to it where I always had to turn the camera on. So I know once I leave it on, it's on, and then I can, when I get to the vlog, I just know I can just go ahead and edit it out. And you out there back there acting a fool, huh? Yeah, he got to make his grand announcement. He gets excited for school all the time. So let's head that way. One of the things I can say and must notice since vlogging with this camera is that I do feel the weight of the camera sometimes. It does have a little bit of weight on it compared to the Sony ZV-1. I feel like I can just throw it around. This here I really can't throw it around because it's pretty hefty. It's pretty heavy. So I guess that's confidence in me. I guess that's just a trade-off of what I have to deal with, which I feel like is not bad at all, because at least I know I have a nice firm grip of the camera and I get to hold it during the vlog, and I get a nice little background blur too. So that's the pro right there with having that full frame. Even though the Sony ZV-1 has some good background blur, some nice bokeh, but this here is I feel like it's a little bit better, especially when I decide to upgrade the lens. It can look a lot better. So yeah, that's something I noticed so far. Okay, little one, we have officially made it to your little school. You ready? You ready for school? Hano, are you ready for school? Yeah, he ready a little bit, but he always be iffy on the first day in the morning, but once he get here, he be all sunshine and rainbows for him, for sure. So, yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna drop him off, and then we're gonna have fun with this camera. Okay, baby boy is dropped off, and I must say, man, being a parent, since this is like my first time being a parent, it's just hard seeing them grow up like this. You're so used to like holding kids, especially when they're like babies. I remember when this is my youngest. I remember when he was born, and now he's 2.5, and he's already starting preschool, which is pretty crazy. Now, one thing I do have on here, I do have on the ND filter, so you probably see me like playing with it, getting it darker, trying to get used to it. It's my ever first time having one. When I'm coming from the Sony ZV-1, both of them, they have that built in, but usually I just leave it on, and that was pretty much it. But it's nice that I guess I can feel like I'm professional, and I can like control it whenever I want to, especially how the sun hitting me now, and the video's looking good. But you guys let me know, how does it look with the ND filter and the small little change that I did. Is the quality still good? Is it still the same or not? So now we about to head to the mountains and get this nice view. See how the camera is. It's going to be well lit up here. It's going to be a lot of well, we're in the desert, so I will not say there's like a lot of greenery, but we'll see what we can get. We're gonna take some nice photos, we're gonna take some nice videos, and then yeah, post up and talk about the camera. Okay, so far, like, I'm in the car. What do you guys think about the image body stabilization? That's something else I must say so far, which I did not talk about, but I'm talking about it now, is that since I'm on a hilly and bumpy road, like, this in-body stabilization is nice. It is definitely phenomenal. It's up there with the Sony. It's about everything, because that's one of the things that going into the Lumix S9 I was worried about. Like, man, if I leave the Sony platform, will the Panasonic brand, you know, meet a couple of things for me? Like, will it have good autofocus, which I can see as I'm recording. It got the box around my face instead of the eye, since I wear glasses, so it's tracking me pretty well. It's as we going down this road, like as I'm moving around, like the image and the in-body stabilization is nice. And this is just on standard. I don't want the extended one. I forgot what they call it, but standard is good enough for me because it doesn't excuse me, it doesn't punch in or anything, but so far it's nice. In the meantime, look at these views, as I like to call it. Look at these views on views that we about to take a nice little picture of. So yeah, let me be careful because it is tight. As you guys can see, it is nice and tight up here, and I do not want to end up off on either side. So yeah, let me pay attention in part. Okay guys, we have made it to the top, and I have officially dropped my my tripod, but that's okay. I didn't drop the camera, which is the main important thing. But as we is out here vlogging, I'm out doing a nice little walk. You can comment below what you think about the stabilization. But overall, like, these views is nice up here at this mountain so far. This is something I'm really liking because I actually get to see the color science, and that is something I always wanted to test out with this camera, comparing to what I shot with before. And so far, this full frame camera is definitely letting me know that it's well worth the price of what I paid, and that $500 extra bump in camera product and camera equipment is worth it, because look at the color science you can see here and on the cactus. So let me take a quick picture of here so you guys can see that too. So what do you guys think so far of those two pictures I sent? I'm going to take this one too because this looks nice, but also it's like this the road that we came in, and it's just nice. I like this spot because it's just relaxing. It reminds me of like tranquility and so forth. And also, if I can catch that deer that we saw across the road, that'll be pretty nice, but ain't no telling where it ran off to, and plus it blends in, you know. But now we're going to check in the zoom feature as I'm recording. I do have hybrid zoom on, but as of now, I'm gonna just extend it all the way out to the 60 mil so you guys can see. So the road is right there, if you guys can see it. So now we're gonna zoom in. This is at 35. This is at 50. And this is at 60, the extra 10 mil. So this is what you're gonna get out of the camera as is, as far as zoom and how much punch you can get in. Now, if I was doing manual mode, I can get in a little bit more further, but with intelligent auto, this is how far that you can see. That give you a little bit of reference, and you can see like kind of how dark it is based on the aperture of this lens is, because this lens is a 3.5 to a 5.6 aperture. So the further you zoom in, the less light that's coming in. So as we zoom out a little bit, yeah. So you guys let me know what y'all think about this zoom. I feel like this would be a good reference point just based on where I'm standing at. Okay, so if you had to decide like on which kit lens would you go with, which I believe is the 18 to 40 or would you go with the 20 to 60? I feel like the 18 to 40 is nice for a little bit of vlogging if that's what you want to get out of this, but I feel like 20 to 60 will give you more flexibility. And plus, I mean, them 2 millimeters would make a difference, but not really, because you can just step back. And right now I feel like this is pretty good, and this is what it looks like as me being almost arm length away from the camera. So we're going to punch in a little bit and see what it looks like and how far it takes. Right, so right now this is 24. If I step back, I'm at the same distance, arm length away, almost there, and this is what you get. This is the nice little field of view. Y'all let me know what you guys think about the background blur, because the more you zoom in, the higher the aperture goes. Because as of now, I think I'm in that 3.7-ish range. So yeah, so then we go up a little bit to 28. This is what I look at 28, which is nice. I feel like it's a little bit more personable. Feel like we're getting that nice connection as we're talking. And then if we go to like 35 is like, okay, now this is where it's getting tight. It feels like it's getting cropped in. So now I have to get a little bit like this so you guys can do. So I have to step back a little bit more just to get that nice, just to get in the frame a little bit better. So then if we just walking up a little bit more and I just blast it all the way to 50, look at that arm range. Like, yeah, you're not even seeing me. So I got to step back like 4 steps just to get a little bit of range, just you guys can see me good, which is nice, because it probably brings in the background a little bit more. And then if we just punch it out to the last one, 60, this is what you get. Now, if I go to where I was, yeah, again, step back 3, 4, yeah. So, so you can see by the frame, like what you get and what you get. But I mean, overall, I'm still happy with this focal point, with this focal length, because I mean, I can do a lot with it. I can vlog, I can do talking head with it. I can take nice photos, because the one thing I like about the setup is that it is a nice hybrid setup, because I do not have to worry about switching so many lenses, because I'm not used to having different lenses. So for me, I'm still learning what is the best lens for me. And so far, like this 20 to 60 seems to cover a whole lot of ground for me. Like, it's perfect for vlogging, it's perfect for talking head, and it's perfect for photography, what I have seen. Especially with this camera here, it got this feature called the hybrid zoom. And the hybrid zoom, you can take this lens and it will, in the software, it will make it feel like it's a 125 mil lens, which is crazy. And I didn't even put the extra zoom, because they have another feature on here. I forgot the name of it, but I want to call it a crop zoom. And it zoom in a little bit further, pushing it to like 150 mil, which is crazy coming out of this lens. So yeah, yeah, I just want to take a few more pictures here. I'm gonna share with you guys, and then after that, yeah, let's see, can we take a picture of this plane? Because this do have a feature where it can auto lock in on the plane. So let's see, can we catch that? Okay, so as we just walk in here, I just want to test the IBIS a little bit more. We're going down the steps. What you guys thinking about it so far? The color science, since there's a lot going on. You got your reds, your greens, and everything like that. And so far, since the camera been on, I haven't really been stopping the camera. Now, on my Sony ZV-1, I'll probably be halfway done with the battery life, especially shooting at a 4K 30 resolution. With this one right now, I'm only use 1 bar, and it's about like 6 bars for the camera. So this is what I'm liking about it so far. Having a bigger battery life, it's really helping me with my shooting. I'm getting a lot done. I don't see myself needing an extra battery. I'll buy one just to have one on charge, just in case I'm doing talking head videos and I go a little bit over. But overall though, I'm pleased with the way I'm getting nice battery life. That is a pro, and I feel like it's worth paying that extra money coming from the Sony ZV-1. because of the battery alone. Now, if we compare it to the Sony ZV-E10, this is way better. And I would say just go ahead and fork over the extra 400 or 500 bucks because of the fact that you can just walk and vlog with this thing and it give you more flexibility versus if you had the Sony ZV-E10, you're pretty much stuck doing talking head videos unless you have a gimbal. I don't need a gimbal with this. Even though I'm talking on a handheld right now, a gimbal is not needed for this. I'm just using it based on this situation that I have here, and I'm just talking to you guys with it. But I don't have to do that. I can just walk and talk, do whatever I need to do. I can take the camera off the tripod, which I'm actually just to prove my point. The camera's off the tripod now, and I'm just walking with it. So that's nice. Stabilization. I'm jumping. So yeah, everything is good. Who is this camera really for? Like, and is it worth it upgrading from a point and shoot camera? Well, that all depends on your skill and expertise, you know, similar to like life or whatever. Like, is it a good trade to have? Is this a good skill to have? Or do you just, you know, want to dabble into it and then just, you know, see if it's well worth it? Well, overall, I would say like this is a good camera if you know how to use it, if you're experienced with, you know, lenses, if you're experienced with like using manual out the camera versus the intelligent auto, because there is a few pictures I've took where the camera automatically try to put it at like a 4.5 and I would have put it at like a 3.5 just so I can get more of that background blur. So without having that type of knowledge and so forth, it would make this camera a little bit challenging for those who like interested into it. So I feel like the point and shoot camera is nice for those that just want to grab it out your pocket and just point and shoot and just go. You don't even care. You just want to capture the moment as is. This is like a type of camera where it's nice. It does a little bit of both. You got your hybrid setup where you can take your photos, and the picture quality out of this camera is phenomenal. If you guys been paying attention and made it this far, looking at all the different photos I have been taking, and that was not me trying to get crouching and get better angles. I'm just snapping and going. And the camera quality out of this is very nice. The image, it can't even compare to the point and shoot camera. Yes, because the sensor on this guy is so much bigger. The video quality is nice on here, especially with the bokeh that you get, and I feel like I control that with whatever lens I get. So the kit lens I have so far is good, so I don't have no complaints there. It's just more of the fact that just learning with what I got before I start investing more money, because this is a huge investment. Paying for what I paid for this camera, it's about $1,500. I got a used body, which is practically new for $1,100, and then the lens was $400. So you really can't beat that, because this camera, if you get it new, it's about like $1,800 plus tax and everything shipped to your door. So that right there is a deal breaker. You could say like this is like a, if I want to go by their price, is this worth $1,900? And I would say yes, but not if this is like your first camera that you start out on, because you have a lot to learn. You got a lot to learn about the ISO, the aperture. You have a lot to learn when you're in the manual focus mode, like the shutter speed and all that stuff, because this camera does a lot. I can see that. But with me coming from that point and shoot, I'm glad that I started with the point and shoot Sony ZV-1 camera and then upgrading there. So is this camera good for vlogging? Yes, I feel like any camera good for vlogging. Even your phone is good for vlogging. But if you want that better image stabilization, that better, you know, body stabilization where you can walk and talk, then you definitely gonna have to upgrade from your iPhone and move to like a camera of this type of quality if you care about the image quality that much. A camera like this, I feel like it's better for going beyond if you want to print stuff out and do professionals. Like some people probably shooting like professional photography with these camera setups too, so you can grow. So yeah, that's gonna wrap this video up. You tell me what you guys think about it overall. Do you like this camera? Do you don't like this camera? What would you wish this camera would be at based on the price range? But so far, you're not gonna get nothing better in this camera, in this compact shape, and get in full frame, because cameras like this would be definitely in around like 2,500 just the body alone before you even start tacking on lenses and stuff like that. So that's my overall view of vlogging with the Lumix S9. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. So you guys let me know in the comments what you think about the Lumix S9. This is the camera that you're willing to get. And like that, I'm gonna sit back and enjoy the views and run a couple errands. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.